The good die young, thankful I'm still among the living. Despite all the things I had to do to make a living. If I had a time machine, I still wouldn't have done it different. I see it different, I turn my failures into lessons. I live to see 38 where I'm from, that's impressive. I seen so many niggas I know go out on stretchers. I ain't ever been a victim of peer pressure, but I've had more than my fair share of depression.
What you about to witness is something very disingenuous. It lacks proper research methodology, doesn't answer any research questions, and is poorly presented by a gentleman who claims to have a research team. When reviewing this, I will show several examples of his mistakes, as well as ways to vet and verify information. Bear with me as we expose PNF.
Why you have to bring that ball? I ain't saying nothing if it get took.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
And this place is?
That's Africa. I know that.
That's right, that's Africa. But did you know that Africa is the place where the body of the first man was found? My daddy says that makes it the place where all people originated from. That means everybody's really from Africa. Everybody. All y'all. Everybody.
I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
Like it or not, you from Africa.
I'm from Africa. You from Africa. You African booty scratcher.
Okay, we're going to start off with the slides. I have some videos and some things I'm going to have to read so we can get a full comprehension on what Moabite and Moor is. Moabite.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Historical Moors from a religious aspect, cultural, and usages through science and religion.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
So Pan-Africans always die at their source.
You serious?
The truth and origin of the use of the name Moorish American by PNF. Time and time again, we've asked these people, what does Africa mean? And they've gave us numerous excuses as to why they don't want to define it.
Huh?
The last definition we got from these guys was it has multiple meanings.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I find that hypocritical because Moor cannot have multiple meanings. You cannot spell Moor differently. You cannot have different meanings, but somehow magically Africa can.
What?
So I believe Pan-Africans die at their source because they cannot define what Africa means. We're going to define that in this video. Next slide, keep in mind, the Pan-African Shea Sun and LYK and other Pan-Africans is saying our people. When I say our people, I mean people with hue melanin like these people on the screen, dark brown, light brown, etc. They are saying our people wasn't in Illinois until the Great Migration. Well, this picture right here is in the 1800s, proving they don't know history. And yes, this is Chicago in the 1800s.
These are Nubians. They're not from Chicago. They're in the streets of Cairo, Egypt. The website might say World's Fair Chicago 1893.com, but those are Nubian men in the streets of Cairo. Jeez.
Let's go down here because I didn't put this in order. I kind of just, put them up. So I'm going to be going to different subjects through these slides, but just keep up with me because a lot of this can be verified.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
This is the city of Amaracana in Latin-speaking Confederate country, Brasilia. Brazil, America, South America, and these people sought refuge from the Negro South in Virginia, Georgia. And as we can see the Brazilian flag, and we can see the Confederate flag, they have their own currency living in South America called the Americana. We can see it if I can zoom in, showing you the multiple variations on how people spell America, letting you know it's just not relegated to an English breakdown. It says it right there, Americana. Now let's go to the next slide.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
But that's a Confederate. We're going to link the Confederates to the Moors. The Moors, Latin American people, and give y'all a better interpretation on who these people were during the Confederate War, Civil War.
Confederados is the Brazilian name for Confederate expatriates, all white Southerners, along with their black slaves who fled the southern United States during Reconstruction, and their Brazilian descendants. They were enticed to Brazil by offers of cheap land from Emperor Dom Pedro II, who would hope to gain expertise in cotton farming.
Let's go down here to the stone mural in South America, showing you the cap of, this is called the barber petroglyph, of someone cutting somebody's hair. You can see the cap, and we may be able to connect that word barber with the Moors as well as we can see this cap is the similar regalia to Moors in Asia and in North America. Let's go to the next slide. But this is in Peru right here, showing you that the Moorish Americans that they say are wearing bucket hats are just being like their ancestors, like,
no, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This is not a barber. He is not cutting hair, and he is not wearing a fez. This is clearly incorrect again. What is happening in this scene is a decapitation. This is a warrior cutting off his enemy's head. It is unclear who did this, but we know that this is a warrior cutting off someone's head. As the source says, in Casma District, Peru, the depictions of slaughter are surprisingly detailed at this mysterious ancient site. This is the Cerro Sechin. There is no reason to lie, hide, or make up things. It was completed before 2000 BCE, somewhere around there. And we know who the people are, what they looked like, and they dang sure wasn't wearing no fezzes.
you know, the ancestor taught them. Here's the so-called Seminole Cimarrones, who I believe is named after Simon Bolivar.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
One of the leading South American generals, along with Camejo, his right-hand man, who is an Aborigine, got his own country named after him. They led a war throughout the South and Central America to protect America from British entrance. I wholeheartedly know and believe Seminole is named after Simon Bolivar.
Simon Bolivar, please. Is from New Granada, now in Venezuela. All right, he was a Venezuelan soldier and statesman who led the revolution against the Spanish rule in the Viceroyalty of New Granada. I don't understand how he came to the conclusion of what he just did, but this is another mistake. Dude wasn't born in 1783, man. Stop just making up shit. The Seminole name comes about in 1775. Bolivar was born in 1783. The name predates the birth of the man. So how could Seminole be named after him?
These are sheiks with turbans, caciques to modernists. They were not runaway slaves. Anyone who was Islam or spoke an old Latin language Creole was hunted down. As we can see the regalia, the X symbol, anybody with common sense knows these ostrich feathers on their head. Ostriches are not from America, showing you the Seminoles had a connection worldwide. They were just not Aborigine, Aboriginal, I mean, not Aborigine. Aboriginal means away from, Aborigine means first. So they wasn't away from civilization, just secluded. They had connections all over the world.
So here's some facts about the Native American turbans. Bro, you need to stop. Let's go. A turban is a traditional headdress consisting of a long scarf, sash or shawl, wrapped around the head and sometimes hanging down the neck. Turban is most associated with the countries of the Far East, but turban wear is extended north to Africa, the Middle East, and Asian countries. Europeans adopted this style of headdress in the 1650s to 1750s when elaborate wigs were in fashion. Men of this era shaved their heads or cropped their hair. Some alternative style headwear was useful when the wigs were off. The turban, as a European fashion, coincided with the colonization of North America when native Indian tribes came into close contact with the white colonists. This is where the Native Americans get it from. The white colonists.
Let's go to this symbol right here, which is very critical because the Pan-Africans teach us Christianity came from white people, and the cross is the sign of the devil, the white man.
Well, I know some people don't like you to talk about those things. I know that. Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
They taught us the white man is so bad, and that our ancestors is praying to a fake god.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
That's correct. That's what they told us. We shouldn't celebrate Christmas. We shouldn't have a cross. But as we can see, this is a song cross of the Chicasa, who were actually allies of the Spanish. And I'm going to show y'all in the source that they were buddies. This is the Sheik Casas who lived in the Casa, the Sheik Castle. These were the noble Americans, falsely called Chickasaw.
You serious?
And they were a part of the Sun religion. I'm going to connect through all the Americas as well as Mexico.
Well, you all are just really tickled by that, aren't you? You try walking in those shoes.
Hey, first of all,
showing y'all that the people over in the East who adopted this simply adopted it from America, and they didn't innovate it, not even Ethiopia.
This simply comes from Spanish regalia, found around the Mississippian era. And the next few shots were images of sources I'm going to show you. Although it says it here in this Instagram post on Archaeological Magazine, it's also elsewhere. So I'm going to show you how to cross-reference a source or an image source and verify and substantiate the evidence before you go making up shit and before you go saying something that it isn't. You need to cross-reference, vet, verify, authenticate. Not do what you just did. That was disingenuous, and you continue to make this mistake throughout this first round. So let's just take a look at this source and scroll through it. We know it's from the Mississippian period, right? We're going to go back to images and we're going to look at another source. Yeah, you see the images on the screen. So we'll get to the Daily Mail and we'll substantiate that it is also saying the exact same thing the other two sources said.
Let's go down to the next one. As we can see, this is the Moor Kingdom.
Timor.
Japan. Brycey. Brycey. Cianada. Cianada. Billy. Billy Pimpini. Billy Pimpini.
In South America, like I said I was going to do, I was going to link up the history people from ancient times.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Showing you how they network on the different continents, how they still wear the same regalia today, still bear the same similar names. And, you know, we even got hints of their language and their practices. So this is the Kamari people, known as Shimu or Kimu, but most famous Kimor. And they're known for their statues and their architecture. This pic right here with the fez cap on, or the Pakayu in Peru is called, we can see the Maury man. He's literally called Maury man, and he has the same cap on.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Just admit that you were unprepared for this debate. This is a wooden anthropomorphic figure. It's not representing no Moor or no cross-cultural trade in different places. This is of the Shimu culture. Here we see the Moray man and what they look like. These are Polynesian people. Why are we sitting here playing this game? PNF, you don't look like these people. I don't look like these people. The person hosting the debate don't. The person you were debating against. The people in the listening audience. None of them. So how are you equating these people, right, to us? You have to stop this foolishness, brother. We know who these people are, where they come from, what they DNA like, the whole 9 yards. And I'm just giving you an example of that here on the screen. This is how you do research. This is how you cross-reference. You catch a mofo line. These are indigenous Polynesian people.
Showing you the ancient aspect of why these people was in America versus the Pan-African.
All right, listen up, y'all. I'm y'all substitute teacher, Mr. Garvey. I taught school for 20 years in the inner city, so don't even think about messing with me. Y'all feel me?
Information. As we can see, the sun cross is an American, not Ethiopian tradition or Christian. Once again, we can see the Pan-Africans are trained to demonize these symbols that we find native to America. Huh? As we can see the sun cross on the Aztec leader right here with the other symbols. As we can see, he's a dark-skinned person, but most important, we see the cross that they give to the European.
Man, this is dealing with the Codex Magliabechiano. It's dealing with myths. And you see the bird right there, because it's a representation of that. So as we get further along into these slides, I'm going to show y'all exactly what this is. I want you to pay attention to the screen.
You serious?
That the Pan-African do. As we can see right here, we can see the indigenous with the Amerifro, and we can see the so-called Nazi saluting to this dark-skinned figurine in the back, if you can see my arrow moving, and this afro, and I would say Amerifro brother, saluting to the ancestors, the dark-skinned people, with the Nazi on, and yes, that is a dark-skinned brother.
And listen, just go check out the swastika and the natives. They were using these symbols totally different from the Jews. They already had it established within their culture. It wasn't given to them or passed on to them. They got rid of it on their own merit once they found out that it would be disrespectful to the Jews and they didn't want to do all of that, right? But traditionally, it was a part of their culture. See, this is what's missing.
This is a famous picture circle around the internet. You can see his face cap is real, and I'm going to show you exactly what he was protecting at around that time.
You serious?
Throughout much of the modern world, the swastika symbol represents Nazism and reminds us of Adolf Hitler's racism. But it was not always this way. Prior to World War II, it was a globally recognized symbol. Its meaning had nothing to do with Nazi Germany, except in a few years leading up to the concluding of the war. Before that, it was associated with good luck. The symbol has long history dating back to the prehistoric times in the Americas. Variations of it have been found in excavations of mound builders and Mississippian era sites in the Midwest, while further south the ancient Aztecs were said to also use the symbol. By the early 1900s, several southwestern plains Native American tribes were using it on crafts built for their own use and for that of commercial tourist markets. Bro, if you claim to be of the Mississippian, you claim to be of the mound builders, you claim to be of the Aztecs, why are you not aware of this symbol in your culture? It's all over that. Why are we making up shit? We don't have to make anything up. We don't. We just do the work and present the evidence. Period. Period. The variations of the swastika appear all over the globe from ancient times to now. But when it comes to the Indians, Americana or the Native American times, they drew it all kind of ways because it represented certain things. So I'm gonna let this screen scroll very slowly for y'all just so you can see it.
Here we go right here with the sister on the west coast of what we call Maghribia or Mauritius. So Ninke, Muslim people with the sun cross.
How could you be so stupid, huh? Would you tell me how you could be so goddamn stupid?
Man, it's a West African lady right here, man, in her regalia. Don't play with this lady and her hairstyle. It represents something very meaningful in West African culture. Why would you try to play yourself and us with this foolishness?
Can I get a close up? No, I'm gonna have to go back and get this. I'm gonna have to get another one because I don't see it up top here. But that's actually a cross on her head. I got another picture I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that because it's not showing.
Do you know what this is gonna do to the school? Do you know how it's gonna look?
We don't have to make up things. We present the evidence from where it stands. A West African lady with a Songhai hairstyle. Why are you acting like it's more than what it is? You're trying to make her something she's not. We know the tribe. Gambuka. Yeah. We don't want to hear none of that. The Zumba is a braid. We know it is like natural. Come on, man. Come on, man. We know it expresses her. You gotta stop this.
The whole thing. Right here, even on the cellular level, you are a Moor because...
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
As you can see, I will show you how Moor, and Mar can be used interchangeably as the Pan-Africans does with the word Maor, which is supposed to be the Greek interpretation of Moor. They spell it M-A-U-R, not M-O-O-U-R, so they should not get mad at us when we use these words interchangeably. And it looks like Nahui Olin of the Aztec Sunstone. If you can zoom in, you can see this is a centromere, which is a part of your DNA. And it looks just like the Aztec deity Nahui Olin.
Of course. You telling me to shh? See what I mean? Fuck history.
Oh, that's right. Fuck history.
Yeah, fuck history.
Mr. Moses, I expect you'll be ready for your quiz tomorrow.
Quiz my ass. The white man teaching black history anyway. That's some bullshit. I'm going to lunch. Take a nice long shit.
Oh, that's the kind of attitude I like to hear. And where are you going?
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Ooh, all right. Malcolm X.
As we can see right here, it's an X. It's an X. And we can see...
12 minutes, brother. 12 minutes.
We can see the eye in the middle. And if y'all can get up on this, you can also see that sun cross on the Jaguar glyph right here.
Well, you all are just really tickled by that, aren't you? You try walking in those shoes.
Hey, first of all...
Of the Mayan. This is Mayan in the middle.
Nigga, you remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga.
This is a Mayan codex, but this is Aztec. So let's go down.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This is another country called Maranhão in Brazil, and we all know Brazil means moorland. The etymology of Brazil is moorland. I'm going to try to go over that in this video. We can see the same bucket hats that people make fun of. These brown-skinned children looking like our people more than the African. Huh? They look more similar to us, a light brown, brownish people versus the black sub-Saharan African, proving that we are not a black people. As you can see, the KFC bucket hat on the Brazilian with the feathers.
What?
Bro, stop the cap. Stop the cap. We know exactly what's going on here. We know that this is a festival. We know they're in their festive gear. We know this is a representation of not only the indigenous, but Europeans, as well as Africans that embark on the explanation of this particular festival that I am showing here on the screen right now. You really need to stop. Stop. Just fact check. Go behind. You said you have a research team, and this is the lousy shit that we paid money for? That you give us? Lookership? Make it up? Come on, man. Your days are numbered. And AP, this is your champ?
Let's go down here. Another one, West India Company. Keep in mind, slavery was abolished in 1807 in the West Indies and British territory. So a lot of slave claims.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to? What the hell does this have to do with anything? Tell me what's happening!
Is going to have to be revisited. This is the Confederate Michigan flag. As you can see, the swords. I'm going to connect that. Like I say, these are just the slides.
I hate to do this to this dude because now it's becoming like abusive at this point. But this infantry and what he's referring to has everything to do with the regiment of African Americans. They were African American troops. The flag is from Michigan is during the Confederacy, but they are absolutely representing for the annihilation of color, right? The acceptance. Michigan is saying, the hell with white and black. We stand together. Yada, 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 yada. All for one for all in this Veer moment. And the flag ain't got shit to do with Moors at all. At all. The Confederate and Union soldiers recognized the importance of these flags and the importance of capturing them or of killing the color barrier.
Here's a Chickamauga Negro Confederate soldier, the Gordon Lee Mansion, and this brother is named, if I can get his name, Captain James Clark Gordon. And he was a Confederate brother of the Chickamauga. I'm just showing y'all the Confederate cause was not a white racist cause. It was actually led by Negroes and brown people, right? I'm just giving you a source right quick. I can't go over it right now.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Bruh, Clark Lee was born to a 15-year-old enslaved African woman, Emmeline, in January. Come on, bro. We all know the story right here. And it's gonna bring him to Chattanooga. That's where Sutek from. So we get all of that. We know what we're dealing with. We have the evidence. Right? There's some African American patriot shit going on. Stop the foolishness, man. Slow down. It looked like you presentation because it's your first round and it's the only presentational slides that you had. So you rushed this because you didn't even think that YK was a worthy opponent, that you could just make up shit and get your point across. Lazy.
Here is one is the pentagram and one is a star. One is a kingdom, one is a empire. So the Pan-African has been falsely teaching that we are the same.
What are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
We are similar in culture and probably origin, but countries split up all the time and go their separate ways. And I'm going to show you YK the Truth agreeing that people may come from somewhere, but they may have similar, dissimilar beliefs later on in life.
You done messed up, Aaron. Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did.
Yes, we may have beginnings like the Africans teach everybody come from Africa, but
Bitch, why you playing like this?
Dog, you strapped.
You not weird.
Give me your gun.
Stop it, Charlie. Stop
Give me
it.
the motherfucking gun.
Man,
what you gonna do, Kane?
Get off me.
Well, man, what you need a gun for?
Stop it. I don't give a fuck what you ask me. Get off me. Get off me.
Get your motherfucking hands down. Man, get on.
Hey, stop it. It's not that serious. Will you stop it? You're gonna kill him. Get off of him. Get him off of him. Stop it.
we don't agree with everything, and that's why we got our own, and that's why they got their own as a kingdom.
Now, when I point to you, I want you to line up. You, and you. Line up now. Expeditiously. Now I want all of you to take a good look at them. Take a good look at these mutants. These are the ugliest kids in the class. They have no place here. I want you all to go home to your ugly parents right now. Get on out of here.
As we can see right here, this is very likely old Mecca in America, the land of the Olmecs.
You serious?
Here's an image right here, the land of the Caliphate. I have evidence with support from Mayan, Moorish American, indigenous Mayan people that are Moorish American. I have proof of them that support my claim that this is the land of Caliph.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
This is not a myth, and I'm gonna go over that in that video and show y'all people that's in Mexico that's helping me with my research.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Support the claim that the Caliphate and the Moors are originally from America.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Here it is right here. As we can see, another one, Masonic boomerang image. 6-point star on top of this ancestor right here in Mexico.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
The image he's referring to is from the, the Sahagun's Florentine Codex, Book 6. It records an extensive prayer to Talak, or the Chico Makot, that uttered during times of drought, hunger, and affliction. Right? And then it proceeds on to depict the autumn festival, which is also known as the Opanetsu, something like that. Gives special prominence to the figure of the Chico Makot, right? And she stands on top of a low platform, adorned in dramatic paraphernalia that includes a colorful headdress, maize cobs in her hands, and a headdress, and the flayed flesh of a sacrificial victim. She is surrounded by a Talak priest, his Google eyes and fangs visible in their headdress. So we know exactly what this is in the headdress. This is not 6-point stars, nothing to do with Moors, or no made up other bullshit that he tries to imply here. You have to do scholarship. We have the evidence. If you need help, you need to stop messing with Kira and whoever these other people you claim are a part of your research team, and go take a research methodology class so this foolishness can stop. You look dumb.
The 6-point star does not belong to the Jews. This is American. As we can see right here, the cross in this brother's hand. They don't even teach you brothers was in America, let alone for us to believe the cross is there. So we got to relook at all this. And this is in the 1500s. They'll try to teach you these are conquistadors or these are some black slaves, but I beg to differ.
For the love of God! For the love of God! Please! Damn! Damn!
Man, we all know that that person on the cross has everything to do with Africa, bro. Right? It's the first depiction, right, of the African presence in the Americas. See? The evidence. It ain't hard to find. If you just know how to look, research, verify, qualify.
When we look at this picture of Illinois, they're arguing our people was not in Illinois before the Great Migration. This is out of pockets with that same red and white cap on AP show on the brothers and sisters in Oklahoma who own their own banks. Aboriginal Power just showed a video not a week ago, 2 weeks ago, of the people in Oklahoma with the same cap on. And this brother has a city named after him in Louisiana called Attapacus. As you can see, light-skinned people, not just black, with him. We have light-skinned, tall people in Chicago, just like this right now today, showing you that we were not just in Chicago because of no migration. We've been here.
Well, I know some people don't like you to talk about those things. I know that. Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
If you got this from A1 or AP, it just shows how stupid you are. Because in the picture, in the original, it tells you that it's an African boy. So why is you running around here trying to act like indigenous? It says it in the description of African descent. This is, boy, I tell you, y'all about the dumbest. It's gonna tell you again in the source. African descent. And it's gonna give you a time period. You just ignore all the evidence to make up your own shit. Ethnic identity says who were both African and native.
Here's an Aboriginal Amazonian person, brown like us. His hair may be, you know, a little however it is, but that's a brown brother showing you how they can easily, you know, misclassify these people as Negroes.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
This point is too easy. How did you come to the conclusion of such? The article was about motorcycle boom in indigenous South America, right? While you have a snippet of the photo, you refuse to show the motorcycle. Underneath the motorcycle, it tells you who this gentleman is. We're going to go and look up what a Yolapita man is. See what they look like. If they're exactly what PNF says. He didn't read this article. He didn't even go there to verify it. He disrespected us by doing this old Google image search, paste, and talk shit. I'm gonna be quiet now and let y'all check out the source. Pause the video if you need to, but pay close attention to what I do on my screen.
Here's another brown woman with a Fez Pacual hat in Illinois. This woman name is the woman who spoke first. She's a Squaw Ojibwe. You can see the cap in her hand showing you that we're not being fake and disingenuine by being ourselves.
You serious?
You called her an Aboriginal woman and you tried to make this whole argument about certain things, but this painting is a list of indigenous people that it is representing. All the while, she is the first to talk, and it does say that. But I'm just going to let the evidence ring out, right? Because at this point, I've determined that this is child abuse. And I'm making you look very silly
This is me right here at the pyramid, the Moorish pyramid of Madison, Wisconsin. I'm going to go over this in my next round. It's a lot of glyphs on here, and these faces are Olmec or Moorish. Also, it's a pair of scissors on here and other Moorish symbols. I'm going to show you through the Peruvian, South Americans, and the Moors. They both have the same symbols.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Man, this dude with this pseudo stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, around 1982, some children built this, placed all of those images inside of what they built, and that's why it resembles what it resembles. This article tells you that. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further, where you will see that this was an activity built by children. I'm going to be quiet now.
Failures into lessons. I live to see 38 where I'm from, that's impressive. I seen so many niggas I know go out on stretches. I ain't ever been a victim of peer pressure, but I've had more than my fair share of depression. We all gotta go, sooner or later shit is destined. My headstone should read, here lies a legend. But until then, nigga, here stands a trill, nigga. Got me some money, somehow that made my old friends bitter. They know what's up. You and your feelings, nigga, so fucking wet. I'm drunk off success, and ain't no way to sober me up. Ain't no slowing me up. You can't.
Here's a gift right here, the mysteries of the pyramid. These are all Negro heads out of this book. You can see this tall pyramid. Several Negro heads in Mexico during the conquest, showing you the heads that they cut off, that they was coming to get the Moors, not rinky-dink people.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Pseudo archaeology? Nah, it's not. Pseudo revisionist? He is? Absolutely. Pseudo historical narrative? Absolutely. Is he a researcher? No, he's not a researcher. Is he a regurgitator of information? Yes, depending on what information it is. Is he a sophisticate? Absolutely. This disingenuous mofo just said the most dumbest bullshit and then think that we don't have the evidence substantiated. Inspired? This was a Spanish conquest. There was a rebellion and shit transpired. They massacred 33 Negroes, Africans. That is why I showed you the source in 1612.
Also, here's a gift. French means a foreigner. It is not a nationality. It's just make-believe. The people over in the East, they used to call people Farangai or Farang, and it became French. It means foreigner.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to? What the hell does this have to do with anything? Tell me what's happening!
Here is Moor of South America, Aboriginal aquatic nomads, right here in the red by the Amazon. They are called Moor.
Stop lying on these people. They ain't got nothing to do with Moors. Just because you see M-U-M-O-M-A, it ain't got nothing to do with Moors. These indigenous people, look at them. Don't look nothing like you.
Once again, supporting our claim that people always call themselves Moors in America.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I'm speeding through this because I'm losing time. Here is Nazca, Peru. Same symbolism in their ancient architecture as Turkey. And we all know Peru is another word for Turkey.
What?
Magically, we got the same symbolisms with the Hittites, who Noble Drew Ali spoke of, and the Turks.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You can go and find out right now if Turkey and Peru is the same while I'm talking.
Yeah, Turkey and Peru is the same. The only difference is They're not talking about Turkey, the location or the geographical place. They're talking about a turkey. In Portuguese, a turkey is a Peru. So in the Portuguese language, are you claiming now that the Portuguese are fucking indigenous to the Americas? I mean, what's going on here? What kind of pseudo-linguistic shit you doing?
To validate that. Here's Whopping nigga Sagamore. Here's a dark-skinned picture of a black Moor head whopping. We're gonna go over Sagamore and Wappinger.
You serious?
Later in this video, here's Endin Marion of the Tobacco of Virginia with that same 6-point star that we seen on the brothers and sisters in Mexico. I just showed y'all. The same 6-point star with the serpent in it, Endin Marion showing you that the 6-point star is not from Israel or some man named Jacob. We are honoring our mothers, but they mock us. Look at the bucket caps. We are honoring our mothers by claiming the mothers and fathers of civilization, and that's why we call ourselves Moorish Americans.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
They want to talk about the American, but I'm going to show you. Through Latin lingo, Moroccan and American is the same word. These people was around during the Spanish Empire. The Patois natives of the islands came up with the word American. African American is a recent description by a recent researcher. They named these people African Americans, not the people during the time these people was living in when slavery was already abolished. African Americans have no real definitive proof these people ever called themselves African. Not saying that they wasn't in Africa. I'm just saying that that's not their nationality, like it's not ours.
Well, you all are just really tickled by that, aren't you? You try walking in those shoes.
We all know who the Americans were. They were former African slaves. So why are you doing this to us again? It makes absolutely no sense. Read, brother.
Here's another great gem. English is hiding
4 minutes and 40 seconds. 4 minutes and 40 seconds, brother.
English is hiding true meanings of words, which is very intricate for this debate because they're going to be using English methodology and language to show us people that was living in a time that didn't speak English.
You serious?
Spanish and French presence led up in the Americas all the way up to the 1830s. The African Americans are teaching us from an English perspective, and they came later. I'm going to give you a crown example. Mason actually means demourer. Stop. Demourer. So the original people would have never said masonry. They would have always said demourer, which means a builder. Huh? Or a brick mason wall or rocks, dealing with some type of building architecture. So the original etymology is Mora. So your granddaddy is not a mason. Your granddad is a Mara. The English is helping replace and misname things, and the Black African Americans is helping.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Here it is. Mason is Moor. To say Moors is not in America, you will have to find another word for brick masonry. You can't, because masonry begins with Moors. Freemason, free Mora. And we all know the original language for the Slavic people, they would have been speaking the Germanic script.
Do you ever notice that? How many really stupid people you run into during the day? God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that.
In their humble beginnings, before they even got a hold to Gaelic and Spanish. They would have been speaking a mere German, so they would have always knew to say Moor and not Mason.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
As we can see the Moorish architecture in Chicago we're going to be going over. You can see the buildings in Chicago during the World's Fair. And I already showed y'all dark-skinned people in Chicago in the 1800s.
You'll be listening to some guy and say, well, he's fairly intelligent. He's full of shit.
As we can see, Les Berbers, Amerique, Ethno Nice Prehistoric Nomenclature Exam about the Berbers in Pre-America, a book that proves over 40 languages on the east coast of America, also found in Africa, but does not mean that it's native to Africa.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It is showing you an ancient presence in both continents way before these so-called African slaves got here.
You serious?
Here it is right here. Slavery and the condition for the Christian converts. Look at that. 1664, a Maryland law specifies that blacks who convert to Christianity will nonetheless remain slaves for life. So this support my case that the first black African-American people were Christians, and they renamed them because they could not call you Moor, because Moor means God. They cannot give you a name like that because their God would be fake. So they have to give you new names. They have to call you boy, colored. They have to call you coon. They have to call you the N-word. Because if they call you anything but the child of God, they will lose jurisdiction. Huh? As you can see my finger pointing right here on top, those scissors. You see those scissors in that spiral? You see that Mercedes-Benz? I'm going to show you these symbols with the Moorish flags.
You serious?
A racist woman by the name of Mary Bankhead, how 150 years of whitewash history poisons Alabama today. A racist woman rewrote the history of Alabama.
For the love of God! For the love of God! Please! Damn! Damn!
She led campaigns to purge anti-Confederate lessons from Southern classrooms and all, but erased black history from Alabama state archives. Yeah, she's guilty of something. But guess what? The truth caught her. And a scheme.
Therefore, we have to go over everything. We cannot accept nothing after the reconstruction of the antebellum South. As we can see the symbolisms, this is Malay people of Brazil. We can see the similar cap to the two-staff god here, and we can see the Pope hat like in the Pope of Rome with these little children. This is Malay. I'm going to connect them to free people who always been back and forth.
So I guess the free people that you're going to connect them to that goes back and forth are Brazilian with African influences. Right? You're going to show the Africanness? Is that what you're going to show on these children who are performers in a festival? See, once again, this is disingenuous information. Throw it in the trash.
Here's the hand of God of Buddha on the I cannot pronounce his name. It's called Avocado Buddha.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
I cannot really pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it. Or the god of Mudra, which means mother. This is the hand of Mudra on top of Buddha head. I'm going to show you the hand of God in America. And I'm going to show you the hand of God on the Olmecs. On the Olmecs to show you how ancient this really is, connecting the Naga.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
To the Moors and the Buddhists. Here's a rendition of Madame Blavatsky showing you she's not a white woman. Somebody merely highlighted it and changed the color of these people. The dude on top of her, that's Moriah, her teacher. As you can see, she is not a white woman. They've been tricking us, those Pan-Africans, because somebody sent them.
You serious?
Right here is a Haitian who was a part of the revolution. You can see him with his cap on, paying homage to his ancestors. Same cap the Sumerian Babylonians had on, with the same sun cross the Native Americans got, the indigenous Americans, showing you why the African do not want us to be studying this, why they don't want us to know about all of this. Also, Missouri, the Egyptian king of Moab, connecting us Moabites directly with the Egyptians, who the Pan-Africans is saying we come from. We come off the Nile, then they say, no, you're lying, because they're telling us Moab is fake. Then, if you think about it, they saying we not Moors, we're fake Moors, and then they'll tell you, oh, but Morocco is in Africa. So we can't even be ourselves whenever we don't want to be a West African.
That's time, brother.
Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many are there?
3.
What?
And that one.
3 and that one. So if I add that one to the 3, what will I have?
Oh, some beans.
How could you be so stupid, huh? Would you tell me how you could be so goddamn stupid?
Make sure my shoes get laced. Time to hop back in the race. Gotta make sure we can eat. Just bring your fork in the plate. This is Thanksgiving dinner, and I grab my hand and say grace. Wolverine.